to why a strong narrative. What's the benefit of having a strong narrative? First, consumers will trust and respect you beyond just the product and the service that you're offering. Essentially, it's telling consumers who you are so that they feel this deeper emotional connection that Joel was talking about on politics. They feel the same way on your brand and your companies, and this exists past just the functional relationship that you're going to have with them. And that in and of itself is extremely important for a lot of obvious reasons and some other reasons, which I'll get into in just a few seconds. Two, it provides those guardrails and those internal rules to live by for your messaging and for your marketing. Essentially, it informs everyone throughout the organization what is and what is not acceptable to do or say. And importantly, right, most companies have a set of values, right? We see this all the time. We go into buildings, they're hanging on the wall. You go to their website, you can see them. But the reality is many, I'm not going to say most, I'm not going to say all, but many of these companies really just treat them like words on a paper. They rarely revisit them. They really are ensuring that they guide decisions. And what a narrative does is it makes sure that your values are living within the organization, what you're doing. Number three, it serves as a home base when facing challenges or a crisis. A strong brand narrative, it keeps you on track. It makes sure that you are continuing to be true to yourself and what got you to where you were. And keep in mind, right, when a significant challenge or a crisis arises, that is never the time for improvisation. The more you improvise, the greater the chance that you're going to make a mistake, that you're going to lose the argument. Having a strong brand narrative serves as that anchor, right? That thing that you could always go back to revisit who we are, what are we supposed to say, what do we aspire to be, right? Those three things that we talked about before, particularly when you're facing a challenge or a crisis. Number four, obviously a strong brand narrative is going to be helpful in attracting and inspiring your employees. Employees, as we all know, are your most valuable asset. A strong narrative ensures that you're attracting employees that are going to share in your values and want to contribute to what you're trying to do, what those things you aspire to be. And it's going to inspire these employees every day so that they remain focused and also focused on the bigger picture. And then finally, a strong brand narrative will also create and strengthen the emotional connection that you have with other external audiences. So similar to number one, where it gives consumers a reason to believe in your brand and trust your brand beyond just the product and service. When it comes to external audiences, whether these are your suppliers, your partners, peer executives, community leaders, could be media, could even be Wall Street, or anyone else that you're interacting with, the more they know about you and your values, the more that they're going to believe that you live by those values, or the more that they believe that you live by those values, the stronger relationship you're going to have with them. And this means credibility when you're communicating and advocating with them the most.
We know even the most loyal consumers react when they feel that a product that they've come to rely on lets them down. That's very problematic. And you might get 1 second chance, but you won't get 2 second chances or a third chance. The same is true. This is why the narrative is so important, is because it really makes sure that you don't let consumers down on either the product side or the values and the emotional side. And this is particularly important, as I'm sure you all know, with younger generations of consumers who are valuing those things, those character dimensions more and more on your brand.